Hello, I'm Yogi Stillness, and thank you for joining us. I'll be your guide in today's meditation. Today we'll explore how mindfulness can help us not only think compassionately, but also act compassionately towards others and ourselves. We'll begin by sitting on the floor, on a cushion, or in a chair. When you feel ready, allow your eyes to close. And let's take 3 deep breaths together. Begin with a nice full inhale. Hold it in. And then a gentle exhale. Take an even deeper breath in. Hold it. And exhale completely. One last cleansing breath in. And a deep exhale, letting go of everything. Release control of your breath now, and watch the movement of your breath from the top to the bottom, and the bottom to the top. Allow your inhales and exhales to flow naturally. Now, bring to mind anyone you know who may be experiencing a challenging time. Visualize yourself offering them compassion for a moment. Next, bring to mind anyone you don't know, anyone in the world who may be going through tough times. Visualize yourself offering them compassion for a moment. Now, think about how you could offer yourself compassion in any way that you may need it. Continue working with this feeling of compassion inside for a few moments in silence. Come back into your body with a deep breath and a sigh. Connect with the flow of your breath, watching it come in through the nostrils, move down the throat, into the lungs, and back out. Now think about compassionate action for a moment. What makes an action compassionate? Whether that means letting someone take a parking space or staying patient with a barista at a coffee shop. Have you done anything out of compassion that you can recall? Have you been moved to act in response to someone else going through a challenge? Have you been moved to act in a self-compassionate way in response to a tough time you went through? Have you witnessed anyone close to you acting compassionately? Contemplate compassion in action silently for a few minutes. If your mind has wandered, come back now. Find the inhale and the exhale again. Relax the breath and feel it grounding you. As we strive to embody the qualities that go hand in hand with mindfulness and reflection, compassion might be one of the most important. But knowing how to live compassionately can be complicated. The Buddhist tradition tells stories where enlightened people feed themselves to wild animals out of compassion, which can cause people to think that compassion means not minding anything, suffering silently rather than bothering others. But being compassionate does not mean accepting victimhood. Standing up for ourselves can be an act of compassion as well. When we speak up for ourselves, it can show that we are acting out of self-compassion. When someone does us wrong, it is not an act of compassion to say nothing. And if saying nothing allows the wrong to continue, we are then failing to practice compassion for ourselves. Even a warrior can fight out of compassion for those they are defending. Compassion is not necessarily passive. Where needed, compassion can be forceful. With these examples in mind, we can start to notice that compassion can be passive or active. Compassion can take the form of understanding and empathy for those who are experiencing challenges, and this is often passive. Sometimes there is nothing active that we can do when someone is far away. Our empathy might be the only tool compassion gives us in these situations. But passive understanding can be combined with active action to form an effective form of compassion. Maybe avoiding conflict is not always compassionate. Sometimes conflict is necessary to perform an act of compassion. When there is a challenge that we have the power to change, action may be the only compassionate response. And though action does not mean violence, it can look like working for what is right. Without that work, compassion is only a concept. Mindfulness can help us realize that acting compassionately means speaking up for ourselves, but also allowing someone else room. We can consider our feelings and actions to get ahead, but mindfulness allows us to slow down and look at the bigger picture using compassion. Come back into your body now. Lean backward onto your hands and gently arch your back. And take a breath or sigh here. Now sit up tall and take hold of your knees. Round your spine forward and drop your chin. And take a deep breath or sigh here. Then Sit up tall and straight. Take one last balancing breath in, hold it, and let it go. Then allow your eyes to open. Thank you for showing up for yourself in this practice today. We are so grateful for the opportunity to support you in self-care and look forward to meeting you again tomorrow.